Orye, the Lost Princess, by Rebecca Smith, read to you by Crystal Hart. Prologue. Elder laid down his head on the roots of the oak he was rooted to. He had been a popular dragon until people started to suspect him of being cursed and cast out. He had run off to the dangerous Tanglethorn woods, never to be seen again, and, using his tree magic, had woven himself into the roots of the oak tree in grief. He stayed there for over 100 years, believing it was best for everyone. His powerful magic that had become his curse slowly left him and was absorbed into the roots he was bound to. It was for the good of all, he thought. But one night he awoke to the sound of a dragonette weeping softly. "Who is there?" he called, and the crying cut short with a small gasp. "You're not gonna hurt me, are you?" a small voice asked after some time. Elder grimaced as he remembered he was cursed. "No, but being around me does that anyway." He craned his neck to see where the dragonette was, unsuccessfully. "I'll come out, but please don't yell at me or hit me with a stick." Dragons actually hit harmless dragonettes with sticks? He wondered silently. This era must be corrupt or something. A pale, whitish-blue dragonette female poked her head out of a nearby bush, and Elder gasped. He had never seen a dragonette that color before. She had almost translucent light blue scales that looked white. They were milky as if they had clouds moving inside of them. Farther up her head, her horns faded into the prettiest purple he had ever seen, and Elder was speechless. The little dragon stepped out of the bushes, and he could see that her claws and tail faded into the same purple as her horns. Her small, icy blue eyes turned to look at the ground. "You think I'm ugly too, don't you?" He couldn't believe his ears. "Ugly? No, dear. You are the prettiest dragon I have ever seen." She glanced up at him, as if expecting him to be lying. But then she saw that he was sincere and dropped her gaze to the ground once more. Mister? I like the flowers around your horns." "What? I don't have flowers around my horns." As he said this, he felt around his horns. Definitely no flowers. The little dragon glanced up at him quickly. "But you do." Then her eyes turned to the earth again, and she said no more. He was confused, but he also wanted to know if she was unaffected by him being near her. "Little dragon, please show me your palms." She was startled by that request, but instantly did as she was told, holding her palms out and upward for him to see. He gasped. "My curse doesn't affect you." There were no roots growing out of her palms. But how? "What is your name, little dragon?" She looked up at him and held his gaze for the first time. "Orye." Thank you for listening to Orye, the Lost Princess, Prologue, by Rebecca Smith.